your achievement. Is that right? So be relaxed. Don't be nervous. Okay. Okay. Because we only have 3 presenters today. Okay. So I think I'll give you more time. Is that right? If you need. Okay. Generally speaking, each presenter should have 50 minutes. Is that right? Okay. But right now, if you need, you can present around 20 minutes. Okay. So take it easy, relax. Okay. But first of all, I would like to say congratulations to all of you. Yeah. Okay. You know, EMI is a little bit of challenge for both teacher and the students. Is that right? Yeah. But okay, a lot. Never mind. Is that right? But I think no doubt it's a great turning point for teachers and students. Is that right? Okay. Because may or may not, you can use English as the wings to help you fly high. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's a great chance. Okay. And then after you about the 30 weeks, is that right? Hard working, 30 weeks or 30 hours. I just heard that word. Is that right? Okay, never mind. Yeah. Just after you're hard working, okay. Today is your presentation about your achievement. Okay, so take it easy, relax. Okay, just do your best. I'm here to help you. Don't worry too much. Okay, congratulations. Welcome the first. Wait a minute. Okay. First part about the lesson plan briefing. Okay. Generally speaking, it should be 1 minute because we extend to 20 minutes. Is that right? From 15 to 20. So you can take 2 minutes. Is that right? Don't worry too much. Then your teaching demonstration. Okay. Originally be 10 minutes. I think you can use 12 minutes. Is that right? Okay. Yeah. And the next part should be Q&A. Okay. Q&A about originally only 4 minutes. Okay. But right now you can take around 2 minutes. Oh, is that right? Okay, just be relaxed. Don't worry too much. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's welcome the first presenter, Cheng. Okay. Congratulations. Okay.
Hello everyone.
Hi. Good morning.
My name is Cheng. I'm a PhD student from Department of Physical Education and Sports Science in NTNU. Today I will focus on teaching students the application of ANOVA in sports science research. This course is designed to help graduate students bridge the gap between theory and data analysis. Their language level is A2 to B1. Before conducting independent research, students may lack practical knowledge. So they might have studied research methods and understand how to design study, but often face challenge when it comes to analyzing the collected data. By working through real examples, they will enhance their ability to analyze data and tackle complex problems related to physical activity and sports education. This table is important vocabulary in data analysis. So I show here. In learning performance, first of all, in these lessons, I aim to help students gain hands-on experience with SPSS for conducting ANOVA. Second, by working through several research examples, I hope to decrease their worry or fear when they learning statistical analysis. Additionally, by practicing the interpretation of statistical results, students can enhance their ability to analyze data and draw meaningful conclusions. Now I will show my video.
record what we learned. First, we learned about the purpose of ANOVA. Exactly, we talk about independence and dependence variables. Yes, good point. We learned about assumptions of ANOVA. Today, we will build on the foundations and focus on using SPSS to conduct two-way ANOVA. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to understand the purpose and the theories behind two-way ANOVA and perform a two-way ANOVA analysis using SPSS and interpret the output, including interact effects, and apply them to real scenarios in sports science. So please feel free to ask questions. Let's start with a quick question. How confident are you in your statistical skills? Please show me your confidence level by holding out 1 to 5 fingers, with 5 being the most confident. Okay, I see that most of you are sure 2 or 3. So don't worry, we will go step by step today. Let's take a look at these topics: exercise type and grade levels of student motivations. In this case, we are examining how to independence variables, exercise type, and grade levels affect a dependence variable, which is student motivation. We need to use two-way ANOVAs here because there are 2 independence variables, and we want to analyze not only their individual effects but also their indirect effects. For instance, does the type of exercise impact student motivations? Does the grade level make a difference? And do certain exercise types work better for certain grade levels? Two-way ANOVA help us check for indirect effects between 2 factors and evaluate the individual effects of each factor on the dependence variables. We focus on 2 key concepts here: main effect and the indirect effects. Main effects is referred to independence influence of each factor on the dependence variables. For examples, we might study how gender alone or exercise type alone impacts physical activity levels. Indirect effects. This examines whether the combinations of the 2 factors create a unique effect on the dependence variables. For instance, it asks whether the effect of exercise types depends on gender. As examples, we can analyze how teaching methods and genders influence student academic performance in physical education. So we can examine 2 main effects: whether teaching methods have a significant impact on performance, or whether gender has a significant impact on performance, or whether there is an indirect effect between teaching methods and gender, meaning whether the effect of teaching methods differ between male and female students. Alright, take a close look at this slide. On this slide, you can see factor A and factor B on the left. Each of these factors has multiple labels. For example, factor A could represent different teaching methods, such as lectures, group work, and hands-on activities. And factor B might represent gender or age. Now, these factors combine to affect the dependent variables. Shown here as the response variable. This could be something like student physical activities or their motivations in PE class. The blue arrows here represent the main effect. This shows how each factor on its own influence the dependence variables. But things get more interesting with the green arrows in the middle. This is the indirect effect. This happens when the combinations of factor A and factor B they create a unique outcome that we wouldn't see if we just look at the main effects separately. Now it's your turn to practice. Let's take a look at this table. The table is divided into 4 sections. Independence and dependence variables, indirect effects, and applications. We will use these tables as a framework to interpret our research. Now, let's use the example to demonstrate. In the independence variables sections, you should include exercise frequency and gender. In the dependence variables, you should include anxieties. And you can record in indirect effects between the independence and the dependence variables in this area. Finally, please consider its potential applications and write them here. Okay, next research questions. How do assessment methods and exercise type influence students' learning motivations? You can discuss the following examples with the classmate beside you and complete it together. And I have to practice. I will show you here and I will upload it to Moodle. Please remember to complete it before our next class. Okay. This table summarizes the different types of ANOVA designs based on the number of factors or independence variables and whether the samples are dependent or independent. These materials, for those who are interested, you can find more details on Moodle for self-study. Now we are going to explore how to perform this analysis in SPSS. We want to compare 2 different teaching methods. It's general physical education and competency-based physical education. The goal here is to see if there is any difference in the physical activity levels achieved by students of different gender. Here, show the variables and the coding used in the SPSS. First, the variable methods. 1 represents the experimental group. 2 represent the control group. Okay, the variable genders is called as 1 for boys, 2 for girls. Finally, physical activities, PPA, represent the physical activity levels. When you open the SPSS windows, first click on the Analyze menus on the top. Next, select General YS Models and choose Univariates here. Okay. Next, the dependence variables. Here, you choose PPA, which presents physical activity level. And the fixed factor are the group and gender. Okay, to here, please click on the post hoc buttons to set up post hoc text. And next, click on the Actions button to select additional outputs, such as mean or effect size. In the post hoc window, select the factors we want to compare, such as group and gender. Then choose the post hoc methods we want to use, like Brown-Burnie and Tricky. These methods help determine which groups have significant difference. After selecting options, click Continue to set the setting. This page shows the options windows where we can select additional output. After select options, please click Continue to set the settings and proceed with the analysis. We can see the results of the descriptive statistics for the dependence variables here. These tables show the results of tests for homogeneities of variables. The test check whether the variance of the dependence variables is equal across the group. The significance labels highlight in the left column. Here, the p-value is 0.287, which is greater than 0.05. This means the assumptions of equivariance is met, and the data can persist with further analysis under the assumptions of homogeneity. The table is more complex. The results of the univariate ANOVA test for the dependence variables. You can see the group. The F value is 6.09 with a p-value of 0.014, which is less than 0.05. This means the teaching method has a significant effect on physical activity level. And the genders here, the S value is 41.796 with a p-value of less of 0.001. It indicates a significant effect of genders on physical activity level. And the interact between group and the gender. The F value is 6.63635 with a p-value of 0.01, which is also significant. And this suggests that the conventions of teaching methods and the genders affect physical activities level. If the indirect effect is significant, as shown here, further simple semantic effects analysis is needed to understand the difference between the group. And we're back to SPS windows and click the Send buttons. Analyze general bias models and univariate. First, click on the estimate national mean. And second, in the new Windows, select Group Interact Gender, and select Buffer Bonus, click Continue to proceed. Here we get the results. This table provides clear comparisons and help you to understand the interact between the variables. Okay. We use the graph to show the results. We can observe a noticeable decrease in physical activities levels for boys when moving from the experimental group to control group. For girls, the activity levels remained relatively stable across the both groups. Based on the analysis result, we can draw the following conclusions. After 12 weeks of teaching interventions, the experimental group outperforms the control group, especially the boys. That's all for today's lessons. If you have any questions, please ask them. If you think of any questions later, you can also post them on the Moodle. Okay, see you.
Thank you for listening.
All your presentations, alright? Yeah, you finished. Okay, thank you. We know you really did a great job. It's not easy for physical education, especially class statistics. Statistics is a subject, yeah, okay, for almost every learner, is that right? Especially use English, okay? You really did a good job. You integrate English with professional content properly, basically, okay? However, I have my little bit suggestion, okay? To allow learners motivation, because this is really hard, is that right? Okay. We can plus or integrate more authentic teaching material from newspaper article. For example, we just win the Premier 12 championship, is that right? Okay. I think it's great for students, for learners to know this, is that right? Because the most important part for EMI education is that we shouldn't limit our learning only in the classroom. We should let learners know that they learn whatever they learn, is that right? They can use them in their future career for the whole life, is that right? That's all. They will have strong motivation to learn it, is that right? And it's also our government's policies main goal, okay? Because our government wants to upgrade all learners' English communication skills, proficiency, everywhere, okay? Then they will have a good, proper, or high-paid job. That's the main goal. Okay, congratulations, you did a good job. Thank you. Then we'll have the Q&A part, is that right? Yeah, okay. Do you have any questions you want to ask? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
So thank you for your introduction. It's very helpful for me. And I have a question. Would you prefer to teach the students step by step or let them discuss by themselves with EMI course?
Thank you for your question. I think after I explain this concept, I would prefer that students they can discuss with each other because it's a skill knowledge, so they need to practice more times and give each other some discussions, and they can understand more than I interpret this concept. Yes.
In other words, you will instruct them individually instead of privately after class or in the classroom.
In the classroom.
In the classroom, during the class. Okay. Okay. Or will you set some office hours for students? If they have more questions, you can solve only around 2 hours or 3 hours in the classroom. Okay. Will you say an office hours for students having questions? Not yet.
I'm not really good now, but
I know. Yeah. Okay.
maybe I can.
Yeah, it's only rehearsal. I think it's great in the future. You can save an office hours, okay, for students. If they have any questions, they can knock your door and ask questions. Is that right? Okay, I think it will be more grateful. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your question. Okay. More questions? We only have 1 or 2 questions this time. Okay, almost. 10:39, is that right? We started around 10:20, is that right? Okay, so it's almost around 20 minutes. Okay. No more questions? Okay, thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, okay. The EMI. Welcome to join us in high teaching. Okay, thank you. And then the next presenter, Xu Yongjun. Okay, it's you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Prepare.
Good morning, and moderators, participants. It's my honor to be here to present my initial idea about contemporary philosophy in education. I am from the NTNU Department of Education, and this is Xu Yongjun, and I'm a PhD student in Department of Education. If you have further questions about my class, you can email me by this email.
Thank you.
And briefly talking about my course. The course context is talking about contemporary philosophy in education. It's gonna be having like 4 sections. The first section is talking about the difference and the similarity between modern and contemporary. And for the second section, we will talking about contemporary philosophy in education, which is from 19th century till 1950s. And after the midterm, we are going to the section 3. Section 3, we are going to keep talking about contemporary education, philosophy in education, which is from 1950 to 2000. And for the section 4, which is our last section, we're gonna talk about from the 2000 till now. And then we will have a final. And for today's demonstration, we're gonna have the section 3, which is from 1950 to 2000s. And about the students, my rough setting about our students is about 22 to 30 years old, and they are both like graduate students, maybe master student, having master program in the Department of Education, and they are all EFL students and pursuing undergraduate degrees. And some of them have working experience in the educational field, and with B1 and C1 language levels. And my learning objectives in today's demonstration is students will be able to critique the subjectification, freedom, and democracy concepts from GBSA in the contemporary philosophy of education. And for today's lesson floor, I'm gonna do a brief introduction, which has some tasks, and then I'm gonna talk about 2 readings about from BSA, and talking about the main concepts. And I will focus on today's class. My assessment will focus on their text, writing text, and their discussion. So, shall we? So today's class, after midterm, today we are talking about their visa. Please go into the website, and then please give me 2 stars and 1 wish you found in the website, and then please submit about these 2 stars you found in his personal website, and also 1 wish, which is you think that you want to learn more about from this website. Okay. Then please share your 2 stars and 1 wish from this official website. Yes, if you noticed, Pista actually it was born in the Netherlands, and now he's in the UK. So this kind of background will affect his research. And these 3 books is the most important books in so far in his publication. So the first one is The Beautiful Risk of Education, and the second one is Beyond Learning, and the latest one is Word-Centered Education. And then today's our readings actually based on these 3 books. So that would be great if you have like extra efforts to read these 3 books. Okay, so let's start for the leading presentation of the reading 1, Risking Ourselves in Education, qualification, socialization, and subjectification revisit. Okay, thank you for your presentation. So today, in these readings, addressing the three domains of educational purpose, which are qualification, socialization, and subjectification. But today we are going to focus on subjectification. Subjectification is by enhancing or restricting capacities and capabilities. Okay, before we dive into this important concept, please write down a statement and submit on Moodle about the definition of subjectification. Okay, let's see everyone's answers. Okay, great. So let me clarify. In this article, what subjectification is not. Some of you write some answer is about identification, but actually subjectification is not about identity. It's not like you're gonna have an ID to tag you about a certain situation or appearance or something. And then some of you write down something about responsibility, but actually subjectification is not about responsibility, that you need to do something or not. And then third, most of your answers talking about something is more like a personality test. Like maybe I'm more like a feeling person, thinking person, or something. Actually, subjectification is very uniqueness as an irreplaceability. And subjectification actually is a very important philosophical concept in our education in philosophy. Actually, subjectification is talking about the self and is regarding as sort of call it freedom and education. And then the something about sovereignty, and then in this article it mentioned about Rousseau, his book Emile. And then second he mentioned about Kant. And Kant talking about subject would be reduced to be an object. So let's see about the timeline about talking about subject. In ancient Greek, we are talking about the only self. It's about subjects. And then the Enlightenment, which was Rousseau's era, is talking about subjectivity. And then after the Enlightenment, we are talking about intersubjectivity, subjectivity. And then now, why we pick this concept is because of its a transformation of subjects. So education as subjectification, actually it's about how to interactive quality, and then the principle of suspension and support and sustenance, which are in this reading. Overall, it's talking about how to slow down and be patient. And then in his book, Vista think, aligned with the readings, Vista think that subjectification is the power to drive the qualification and socialization. And then the problem is it might be wrong and it might be right. So this kind of situation makes the education in a very beautiful risk. And you have to explore unknown or not yet known. And then strongly broke the intentions. Anyway, so subjectification is about how students to be education, how students to be a subject and then to take a beautiful risk. So after after my introduction and and then we are gonna discuss about subjectification in education, what's the impact, and the analytic or continental philosophy of this kind of from Vista and why. So today we have to think about these two questions and then check your understanding. And then please write down a basic paragraph following with these 4 key parts. You will need to have a topic statement, detailed explanation of the topic, and then you need to have a supportive evidence and then summary. So you have to submit Moodle about these 2 questions. So you need to have 2 paragraphs. About each of paragraphs, you need to answer 1 question. And then for the reading 2, it's about democracy. And then that will, students will presentation about this. And then afterwards, okay, so the end of today's, before we close today's class, we need to do like 1 more writing about for Vista, what is the freedom and democracy in education, and then how are they related to the subjectification. And before we leave our class, also we need to submit the X-ticket, how to transfer of the learned concepts to real classroom context. And then here's today's demonstrations, and I want to show you about the rubrics about their learning. So here's the rubric. This rubrics will focus on 2 main ideas, which is about the terminology, and then the second one is about the critical thinking. So it's to match my learning objectives. And that's all. Thank you for listening.
You really did a good job because philosophy is also a hard subject, is that right? But I think it's basic education, is that right? Or especially in this fast-changing world, is that right? Okay, not only in education but also in business field, political field, is that right? Also need philosophy, but it's really not easy. But you did a good job. You lead students from no to unknown. Then they can lower their anxiety, is that right? Because philosophy is so abstract, is that right? Yeah, we can touch it, we can get it, is that right? But we can only think about it. Yeah, okay. It's a good words from the race. The beautiful race of education, is that right? Yeah, they are full of challenges in this beautiful world, is that because high-tech AI, everything, is that right? Okay. So I think use these phrases to lower students' anxiety and make them make good preparation for the future is good, is that right? Okay. Someone said that the challenge is great. Challenge is when we make our life beautiful, is that right? And sometimes if you can overcome the risk or challenge, okay, then you will live a meaningful life. So I think it's great, is that right? And then you also lead students to learn what to apply what they learn in the classroom, okay, to solve some problems, practical problems. It's great, is that right? It's PBL era, is that right? Problems everywhere. Yeah, just like our iPhone, is that right? Yeah, okay. You even can't expect it, then they're coming. Okay, so I think it's great. Yeah, and next year they make a good preparation for this challenge, these problems. Okay, then they can face them if they need it. They can face the problems bravely. Okay, thank you for your presentation. Okay, do you have anything?
The next one.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions you want to ask him? Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Do you have any question you want to answer?
Well, I can ask you, is this class that you actually deliver or plan to deliver in the future, or is this actually going to happen? Because I think this is a great class. I think I saw you put together with the personality type, and that leads to, I think, a lot of students would have connection with, because that's what they're playing every day. I think that's I'm just wondering if you are going to, deliver this class in real world action. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, that's a very nice feedback actually. No, because actually I'm a PhD student, so not yet. I would say not yet. But thanks for your feedback. I will try my best to maybe to deliver this kind of courses in the future. Thank you.
Okay. And my suggestion is also like the first one. Okay, you can integrate philosophy with our real world events. Is that right? Don't limit the learning in the classroom. That every student know that what they learn, they can apply it in their future life. Is that right? And okay, great. You did a good job. No more questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, last presenter. Okay, that's welcome.
I didn't have a slide, but I could show you the slides that I was actually teaching at the time. Let me pull all the slides very fast. So, okay, let's start. Hello everyone, my name is Yan, I'm a PhD student, a third-year student at the Health Promotion and Health Education, it's a 卫教系. So all the health teachers are from our department. And I'm also a dietitian, both registered in Taiwan and in the US. So I was in the States to get my 2 masters there, one in nutrition, one in education. So I've been teaching quite a long time. So this is the class that I was a guest speaker at Taida. This is from, I think this is called biology and technology now. Department of Biology and Technology, 生化科技系. And this class is called Introduction to Nutrition. And they have 16 classes. They're talking about all the nutrients, how it works in bodies, and how they come from, and everything. So I was in charge of two of the sessions. One is Nutrition 101, which is trying to help students build up healthy eating habits for themselves. So it's not like all knowledge based, but it's more like help them to build up their own healthy habits. So more practical skills and relevant knowledge. And the other class is called Sustainable Eating, because we know sustainability is big now. So how do we starting this concept from choosing the right food? I don't want to say right. I don't want to put tags on the foods, but you know what I mean. Just choose more cautiously, more being cautious about how we choose would affect on the world. So this is one of the classes called Nutrition 101, and the student levels are the first and second grade college level. And because this is a general, concept class, it's not a special, like a required class, but so the students are from everywhere. So they could be from the agriculture background, they could be from education background, they could be in the, there is a student, I think we met students from the medical college, and most of them are from biotech department. So, and then they are from everywhere in the world. They're not only Taiwanese students, there are a lot of students from Asia. I can't really tell which one is which, but they're from Malaysian as well, they're Indonesian, they're Caucasian students as well, so they're very good in English. They're students from US, students from England, so native English speaking students. So the proficiency of the students, English level, are very wide. They're from B1 to C2, actually. Okay. So like I said, this class is mainly talking about the foundation of nutrition science. And the sessions I lead is more focusing on the students' practical applications to their daily lives. And also we talk about some of the, how it connects to health, how it connects to different countries' health policies or food policies we talk about, and also just different cultures, how a different culture reflects to the food choices. All right, so I guess that's pretty much the background of the class, and then let me show you, before that, I want to show you the slides that I use. So this is usually, all the slides I use in class. I introduce myself and give them where, they can reach me, and because we're filming, so I have them consent. And I always start with a Slido, asking students questions so I can get feedback from them. So kids, we're talking about nutrition 101, so I want to know what nutrition means to them, at the baseline. Some of them could say, I don't really care. And some of them, sometimes I'm hungry, then I think about nutrition. Some of them say they want to get muscles. Nowadays they want to get muscles and lose weight and stuff like that. So I always start with a question in the class. And then I have a lot of visuals. And this class, I use 10 top tips for healthy eating. So really practical tips that I can use in a daily life. But I found out in EMI classes that you can't get through them all because the time is very short. And for EMI classes, you have to speak slowly, when the students' proficiency is in a wide range. So I only picked some of the main things like, do you cook? So we talk about cooking, what's considered cooking, the definition of cooking. If you put together a sandwich in the morning, is that considered cooking? So we talk about things like that. And then I talk about snacks, because we all know the students' schedule are very tight. Sometimes in between you only have like 10 or 20 minutes to grab something to eat. So I think we talk about snacks, how they could, beforehand they could prepare something on the go, and this is something that could be very useful. I talk about this more. And it's just the tangents are like very unusual. And at the end, I would put, a go-to action, what's your next step, and to put everything together as assessment. All right, so this is the lesson plan for the whole class, and now let's see the video. Snacks. Okay. Before I start, there are subtitles, but some of them are wrong because I didn't have time to correct them. So they're just AI subtitles, but some of them are not correct. Okay, so just a reference. All right. Snacks. Do you snack? Yes. How many of you snack? That's good. I snack too, especially the late snack. Right. Good. Let's do a small activities. All right. Let's form a group, maybe 4 to 5 people. Near you as a group, and let's share about any healthy snack, any snacks that you think is healthy. Okay, in the past that you have eaten. Yeah, it's easy, right? So after the discussion, just put your answer in share your favorite example of healthy snack. Okay, so let's just maybe some of you as a group. So this is the part I show you, because the Taiwanese students are very shy. Yeah. And sometimes you tell them to form a group and to discuss with each other, they're like, so this is the part that I usually do, how to form groups of them and start a discussion. And then talk about it, and then put your answers in, okay? Like, take a look at your right-hand side, and give him a smile, and your left-hand side, and give him a smile, like, yes, as a group, maybe 4 or 5 people sitting next to each other to do it. How about here? So I start walking around and make sure you have partners. You come here, partner. Join. And you want to join them as well? Okay, 4. Didn't really talk to each other, so I was trying to get them to discuss. So I gave them some questions, and they started talking about, we have snacks, but we never really think if it's healthy or not. So then the discussion was ended, like they don't know what to talk about. So I started to think, what about we start from the places we go for snack? So I started asking them, so what about places? Convenience store, what do they have, besides the one that you usually pick? So start to have them thinking about other options, and then so that they can put answers in the slide. Not always chocolate. So you can see the diversity of the students. They're very diverse. They're very from different backgrounds.
Yeah. If it's not repeated, that's fine. So we know most of us what we need. Beans, dried banana like a chips. Right? It's good. Watermelon, you get a lot of fruit, right? Here in Taiwan, we do get a lot of fruit, and not only in convenience store, there is fruit shops, almost like as many eyeglasses shops at the corners, right? You see eyeglasses shop almost every corner. You get fruit vendors, like vendors that sell fruits almost every corner in Taiwan. It's not as much in New York, especially the city. It used to be like not much fruit vendors available. So the city had a project. They made all the hot dog stands. You know, when you see in a movie or in a TV show that they have filmed in New York City, there's always hot dogs shop, right? Hot dogs vendors at the corner. So they made those vendors still at least apple and banana at those shops. So they have more fruits nowadays. When you see compared before, it was always coffee, you know, the coffee vendors or hot dogs or pretzels. You see those pretzels, like the bread, the Jewish bread, or yeah, all kinds of, you know, those vendors. And nowadays they sell fruits as well, because the city has founded them to increase the availability of the fruits. So in Taiwan, we do have a lot of fruits available. Homemade energy balls. That sounds delicious. I wonder what's that made? Energy bars and energy balls. Is it from granola? Something like that? Maybe oatmeals? Maybe? Anyone putting this? Homemade? Or you bought it? Stuff, yes. Right. Right. So what do you put in there? You bake it? I will bake it sometimes. Usually I don't bake it because I like it like chewy and stuff. I see. Okay. You cut it. See? Okay. See, it's easy, right? You buy some oatmeal, like yen, and you put some honey. The seeds as well, right? You can get like sunflower seeds and stuff, you know. It's like a package and you put in. It makes whatever you like. Flax seeds, ground flax seeds, okay. Stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. So then use the honey or what is it? The yogurt. Just to make it stick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's something you learn. Very easy. And you don't even need to turn on anything. You just put it in the fridge, right? And then they stick together. Okay. Nuts. Everybody, a lot of people put nuts, right? Yogurt is very good. I feel like yogurt has a good protein that gives to you, but also if you want to get like sweetness, you know, you can put some fruits with it. If you want to have more savory taste, you can put nuts, you can put granola, you can put oatmeal on it. So it could go both ways, you know. So blueberry, apples, mango, dark chocolate, strawberry, unsalted nuts, okay, eggs, corn. We do have corn in the convenience store or the vendors, right? So those are good. Okay, good. So easy snacks, right? For you to, when you're on the run, sometimes if I have like a can of tuna with me, if I have on the run, in between it's only like 10 minutes or something, I don't have time to grab, a lunch to eat. I'll have a can of tuna in the water with me. It has like two slices of bread with me, so I can make like a tuna sandwich very fast for myself. So that's something for you to consider. I usually cut up some fruits, vegetables like the carrots, or the celeries, or some of the cucumbers and stuff, and then just cut it up and wash it or cut it up and put it in on the go bag. So that could be something for your snack as well to get more vegetables. Well, let's do the last one. What would you consider your next step?
So this is the last part for conclude the class.
If you feel like I've already done very good, then you can say, keep up what I'm doing right now, right? That's one of the answers. Eat more of everything, that's good. If you don't eat enough vegetables, that's good. Iron, okay. Iron food will have more, red meat will have irons, but also the dark leafy vegetables will have irons as well, okay? And some of the dry foods, berries will have irons. Take supplements, okay? Healthy play, okay, follow it on to play. Quit sugar, that's hard, that's sad. Well, like I said, this is a nutrition is all relativity, right? If you cut something back, that's good enough. Okay? Cook more. That's good. Don't skip meals, that's very important. Now today we have some options about healthy snacks, right, on the go. So you can pack something on the go. Okay? Any questions so far?
That will be the class. And after the semester's training and all classes that we attend and everything, I think I learned 3 things. Because I've been teaching this for many times. I feel like EMI teaching is all about increasing the interactivities with students, because you're not sure if they are really understands you. So you have to plan a lot of interactions between you and the students. So I learned from the semester is first I have to speak more slowly than I used to, because when we were in New York and then I was talking very fast, and so when you try to teach in English and you start just talking in a regular pace, but I feel like when EMI teaching, especially with students with proficiency is in wild range, you really have to really slow, and that may delay the whole structure of your lesson. So we have to plan very well. That's the first thing. And the second, I feel like my visual presentation is not enough. Like I feel like I could add more like visual effects and stuff to attract students' attention, and also at the same time make them more understanding about the content. That's the second part. And the third part, that was thinking, I don't remember. I forgot the third part, but I think that's pretty much concludes what I learned this semester. Thank you very much for bearing with me with the video. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, good presentation. Okay. It's longevity, is that right? Right now, people live longer and longer. And then we pay more attention to how to live healthy and live longer, is that right? In other words, we need know something about the nutrition, is right? It's very good. Okay. Biochemical science and technology plays essential role right now. Okay. And also you did a good job. Is that right? That students make group discussion. Is that right? Then they discuss something, make brainstorming. Then they can get some special ideas. Is that right? Okay. And they can digest what the teachers have taught. Is that right? I think it's great. Is that right? Okay. And the more things I forgot. Okay, yeah. I still need my suggestion. Okay, you say you need to add more things. Is that right? Okay. I just checked my teaching materials. Okay. In this July 3rd. Okay. CNN News discussed about ultra-processed food will shorten your life. I think it's great. Is that right? It's their research and it's real life. Is that right? How to define ultra-processed food? Everything. Hamburger, French fries. We love it. Is that right? And more. Chocolate. And ice cream, Coke, everything. We just drink and eat every day. It's our daily life. And I think it's great for students to know that. Is that right? Okay. And maybe they can control something. Is that right? Okay. Then they will have a healthy and a longer life. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, thank you for your good. I would like to learn something from you. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, do you have any questions? Want to ask her? Yeah, okay, great. Yeah.
One question and one feedback. The first question, maybe I missed out. What's the age of the students?
This is first grade and second grade college students.
Oh.
They should be about like 18 to 20 years old, but because they're foreigner students, so they may be older. Because there are some of, I think, 1 or 2 graduate students take this class as well.
Okay. Yeah, and about my feedback, it's about the visual
Effects and all that.
Yeah, I think maybe you can ask students to show the photos of their snacks. Because I saw there's in the video, there's a student trying to describe about the snacks. I think that would be great if they can show the photos. But I think that's a limitation of slide.
Yeah, you have to use other words.
Yeah. I think it's much better to have like something they can put it on the screen.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be a nice opportunity for them to understand there's different kind of snacks around the world.
Yes. Thank you for the feedback.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah. More questions? No more. Then let's take a picture together. Is that right? Okay. Thank you. If you need more information, I think you do that part. Ultra process.
Okay, we actually talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't show it in the
Okay, never mind. I think it's
yes, because in the other classes we talk about sustainable eating. We talk about because that triggers you to think about the
Okay, great.
so stuff like that.
Sorry.
没关系，拉就拉上去。
不用，没关系，不用分。
我们在这边，对，然后就集中。
好，
人数少少的站在一起。
我们先拍照，然后再拍影片。
那等一下，你可以用我的手机上照片啊。很开心认识同学，搭配上照片，手这个玩。上新。好。那我们要哪一个的？
好，我们先看相机。
我这个光哦，不好意思。可以好，那我们第一张哦。3、2、1，好，我们再靠近一点点好不好？好，3、2，好，3、2。OK， 好，我们来
手机是用手机是。
Okay, thank you.
1、2、3，好，再高3。
up also thumbs up.
Okay, good.
3, 2, 1, thumbs up. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
One more try. 3, 2, 1. Yay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, congratulations. Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh, nervous. I realized I just mentioned.
Because I'm the only one.
再见换。
Yeah. So very much. You really did good.
老师们离开前，可能那个观课记录表要再交给我。